Alright guys, a very interesting thing yesterday happened in church. Johnson Sakaja, Rigathi Gachagua and Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka were denied a podium to speak. Ole Sapit of the AIC Archbishop Ole Sapit told them that they can only stand and wave to the congregation, but if they want to speak, they should wait and speak outside. And this is the focus of this video this afternoon. Is the church regaining its lost glory? Is the church trying its best to redeem itself? That's the focus of my analysis this afternoon. And if it is your first time on my channel, could you kindly just spare a moment of your time and hit that subscription button and put on a notification bell as well, so that when I do subsequent videos, you'll not miss out. So yesterday, Ole Sapit, the Archbishop of Anglican Church of Kenya, decided that he's going to put a stop to the politics on the podium. Ole Sapit issued a decree and said that going forward from now, politicians will not be allowed to speak on the podium of Anglican Church of Kenya. He said that politicians are going to be only allowed to speak outside, or when they are outside after the mass or after the church service is when they will be allowed to speak. This comes a week after there was an April demonstration of the Gen Z when President William Samoei Ruto visited Jesus Winners and offered a donation of 20 million. The Gen Z came out with a hashtag that is called Occupy the Church, and they occupied Jesus Winner. They really tried to enter in, but based on the security that was at the church disposal, they did not succeed, and it sent a strong message that the Gen Z or the young people are going to look after what's happening to the church. So to spare the commotion, the Anglican bishop decided that politicians going forward, they are not going to be allowed to be speaking on the podiums in the church, because apparently politicians are normally given the microphone to speak, but instead of speaking something that edifies the body of Christ, of something edifies Kenyans, they decided to pour political rhetoric on the podium. It's a good move because so many people have praised the Archbishop for standing strong and defying the political pressure that is normally comes with these guys or politicians. But we are yet to see. We are going to see how they are going to treat, or if the same treatment is going to be extended to the president, because we also know that president normally loves church and he also speaks. So we are going to see if the statement from Ole Sapit only applies to the small politicians, or that is the MPs, the governor, the deputies and so on, or whether the statement also applies to the president. But it's a move that Kenyans have praised the Ole Sapit for a strong stand. Especially Ole Sapit has been this strong guy that calls out the government on its excesses. He spoke out during the Gen Z demonstration and he said that whatever was happening, especially the abductions that are taking place in the country, are not something to be celebrated. And it's also important to note that beside Ole Sapit, John Moheria, Archbishop Moheria, has been also on the forefront calling out the government of its excesses, or calling out the government against its abductions. Moheria recently came out strongly criticizing the government and telling it that it's not the work of government to advertise or to say what they've been doing, but let the people see. He came out with the word governmentizement, meaning that the government is advertising its politics, its development, as opposed to letting people see what the government is achieving. These two guys are walking in the steps of the previous bishops, the bishop that was there. The previous bishops that were there during the Moi era were also strong men of cloth, men who would call out the government when the government goes wrong. And those were like Akinandingi Mwananzeki, Reverend Njue, Reverend Timothy Njoya, rather. They fought so hard, the government of the day, and they tried their best to make sure that the church regained its voice or its position in the government and in the country at large as well. And it seems the two bishops that I've just mentioned are walking in the steps of their predecessors. They are trying their best to call out the government's excesses and making sure that the government sticks to its lane and obeys the rule of law. It's a good move, and Kenyans should cheer these guys up. Kenyans should cheer these men of cloth up for the good work they are doing. And we are going to see what Ole Sapit's order is going to, whether it's going to have an impact to the politicians going forward, or whether politicians are going to evade ACK, Anglican Church for that matter, and whether they are going to bulldoze their ways and speak. We are going to see the politics that is going to play out after this declaration from the good bishop. If it is your first time on my channel, could you kindly just spare a moment of your time and hit that subscription button and put on a notification bell as well, so that when I do subsequent videos, you'll not miss out. Adios. Thank you for watching.